In most of rural India, there is only one bank branch for about 20 odd panchayats, and each branch has fewer than 10 staff members. So on any given day, the banks get awfully overcrowded. So a visit to the bank to withdraw means that workers have to travel many kilometers and the entire day is spent just in withdrawing money. To remedy this, governments over the years have tried various payment disbursement methods such as using banking correspondence and customer service points, also known as BCs or CSPs. These outlets offer Aadhaar-based biometric services. They come with their own set of challenges. What we observed is that people's basic rights are often trampled, such as having to pay bribes or commissions to the banking correspondents, which services for which should be free, not getting their passbooks updated, having to make multiple trips for a single transaction, lack of electricity or network connectivity issues with the banking correspondents, etc. And unfortunately, there is no place that workers can go and get these problems resolved. And moreover, these are very hard to capture unless one spends enough time with workers to understand these issues. And these last mile challenges would have been exacerbated during COVID times owing to physical distancing norms and lack of transportation facilities. We attempted to capture the experience of workers in using different payment disbursement agencies such as banks or customer service points, business correspondents, post offices and ATMs. Post offices as a disbursement agency were only used in Andhra. Broadly, we examine some of the following aspects from the workers' perspectives: awareness and access to information, time and cost, transparency and accountability, the issue of rejected payments and grievance redressal. We constructed a hardship score of each NREGA worker based on some of the variables that are useful in comparing the user experience across states. Examples of hardships are time taken, repeated visits to withdraw money, lack of ability to update passbooks, Aadhaar related issues, etc. While the survey results are representative at the block level, experience suggests that our observations and statistical estimates are likely to be representative across the respective chosen states. Overall, we found that regardless of the disbursement agency, workers in Andhra experienced lower hardships while those in Jharkhand faced the most hardships. And post office users used only in Andhra seem to have been the most satisfied with the quality of services. We found that 42% in Jharkhand and 38% of the respondents in Rajasthan took more than 4 hours to access wages from banks. In contrast, this was just 2% in Andhra. CSPs and BCs appeared to be a convenient alternative to transacting at the bank due to their proximity. However, an estimated 40% of them had to make multiple visits to withdraw from CSPs or BCs because the workers' biometric thumbprints did not work. And CSPs, BCs don't have any passbook updating facilities. In comparison, people with postal accounts in Andhra had their passbooks updated for every transaction. We paid close attention to workers whose payments got rejected. Now, rejected payments are akin to bounce checks that happen due to technical reasons, such as incorrect account numbers in the system, or if the worker's Aadhaar number has been mapped incorrectly with the bank accounts. According to official figures, as of July 2020, in the last 5 years, about 4,800 crore worth of payments were rejected nationally, and about 1,274 crores out of that is still pending to be paid to workers. Awareness about banking norms and rights were low overall. For instance, many did not know whether they could transact in other bank branches, the minimum balance that they should maintain in their accounts, etc. And ironically, what we observed is that higher awareness has no bearing to the extent of hardships that people face. Perhaps the weakest link in the chain of the last mile is the lack of an effective grievance redressal system. Hardships have been routinely normalized, meaning that even obvious violations of the Act are not construed as legitimate grievances by workers, and as such they go unregistered. In fact, 94% of the complaints were only communicated verbally, which means that there is no trail of the complaints and hence there is no way to track whether those grievances have been redressed. In light of the economic crisis due to the lockdown, NREGA's importance cannot be emphasized enough. There is an urgent need to increase the number of days of individual entitlements and provide work on demand at the worksite. It is critical that delays in wage payments must reduce, and for that, effective last mile delivery is vital. There is an urgent need to increase bank branches in rural India and decentralize the wage payment mechanisms. System designs must be worker-centric. Worker participation in designing and rolling out information, payment and other systems is critical. For instance, all information from work demand to payments must be made available in each panchayat in formats arrived at through consultation with workers. Ensure that a Know Your Rights or a KYR framework is prominently displayed and implemented at every payment disbursement agency. Passbook update facilities should be made available at every payment disbursement agency, including CSPs and BCs. There is a strong need to create an accountability framework for every intermediary in the disbursement of wage payments, including agencies such as UIDAI, the National Payments Corporation of India, PFMS, banks, and CSPs or BCs. Each of these agencies must be brought in within the ambit of social audits. These recommendations will have ramifications not just for NREGA payments, but for all cash transfer programs such as PM Kisan, maternity entitlement, scholarship, etc., that operate within the broad DBT framework.